Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 5 steps that I used to help me lose weight, keep the weight off, drastically improve my energy level and my confidence. So when I gave birth to my first daughter, I was able to bounce back really quickly to my pre-pregnancy weight. I gave birth to my first daughter when I was in my 20s, and then I had my second daughter when I was in my early 30s. So with the second pregnancy, I really did not quite bounce back to my pre-pregnancy weight. And with my second daughter, I also had a cesarean section. And that definitely changed my abdominal muscles drastically. And I just was not quite able to get my weight back to where I was, or my abdominal muscles back to where I was, and really just in a funk about how I looked, the amount of weight that I had put on, and how I felt. And the ironic thing is when you feel overweight, others who are outside may not really think that you're overweight, or may see you and may not really think that you're struggling with something like that. So the reality is, you know yourself, and you know what weight you're comfortable at and what weight you're not comfortable at. And for me, I definitely was not comfortable. At my highest weight, I was 177 pounds, and I'm 5 feet tall. And for me, that was a lot. So the 5 steps that I implemented in my life to really drastically get me to lose weight, also keep the weight off, and improve my confidence level. The first thing really I would say is I really had to be realistic with myself. I had to really honestly just look in the mirror and say, listen, you did not gain this weight overnight. This did not happen over 1 year. So you really need to be patient with yourself. And this is what I told myself. Be patient with myself. Be gracious with myself. Over time, the weight will come off, and really not being so harsh with myself throughout the process, and really just loving myself throughout the process. So step number 1 was really being realistic with where I was with my weight and how that was going to change over time, and not being, unrealistic, thinking that, hey, I was going to lose 30 pounds within 1 month. All right. Step number 2, dietary changes. I really made some drastic dietary changes, but things that I knew that I could consistently continue to do in my daily life. I really was not going to eliminate any food group, because for me, that was unrealistic. I know that I want to indulge and eat all the different food groups, of course, in moderation, but also implementing whole foods into my diet. I implemented more vegetables into my diet. I experimented more with herbs and spices to give flavor to my food, so that I could eliminate, the salt content that I was using. I became very aware of the sugar content in foods that I was consuming, making it a priority to avoid things that were high in sugar. Things that had 5 grams or more of sugar, I tended to avoid those types of things, because excess sugar turns into stored fat. The other thing that I really did was really gradually started to get back to a consistent exercise routine. At first I started going to the gym like twice a week, and I built onto that to the point where I am consistently going to the gym and strength training with weights 3 times a week, and also implementing running and jogging into my health routine. The other thing that I really did, which honestly is a good surprise to me, because I loved having my wine on the weekends, right? Fridays, Saturdays after work, I would have a glass of wine, okay? Nothing too crazy. But as I started really looking into the things that can affect fat content, visceral fat, which is like the stubborn fat in your stomach, as I really started looking into that, I saw that alcohol is a really big culprit of sugar and fat, okay? So I really started dwindling down my alcohol intake. Even though I was not drinking a lot of alcohol, it was mainly on the weekends, but over time, that adds up. And alcohol has a high amount of sugar in it. And over time, that really is not good for your GI system, your stomach. So now I'm at the point where I don't even purchase alcohol in my home. If I go out for dinner, I will indulge in a glass of wine, and that's about it. So for me, that was huge. Not being able to, or not wanting to purchase alcohol, just not having the taste for it anymore, for me was huge. And it definitely helped me with my weight loss, with the bloating in my stomach, which has gone completely down. I fit into my clothes a whole lot better. You know, my skin is glowing. I feel more confident. I feel more healthy. I'm definitely stronger than how I was when I first started my health routine or my health journey. And so I'm hoping that you guys find some of these tips that have really helped me. I hope you find it to be helpful, and I hope that you're able to implement it into your life. And if you're struggling with implementing changes or lifestyle changes and you need one-on-one support, definitely reach out to me. You can send me a direct message. You can go to my website and register yourself for a free mini coaching consultation, and I would love to connect with you and see how we can work together. I'm looking forward to connecting with you guys again.